Ayup Woodlanders. What do you think it takes to be firewood self-sufficient? I was thinking that exact question recently. How much woodland does it take to be truly self-sufficient in firewood? So I've been crunching some numbers and I think you're going to find this helpful. I was actually quite surprised by the results. Let me show you our house. Our house is a little 2-bed, semi-detached Victorian house. With all its leaky windows, very inefficient from the insulation point of view, and also has no other heating in it anymore. So there's no radiators in there, it's just one 8 kilowatt log burner. Not 18, one 8 kilowatt log burner. And if you're interested, it's called a Burley Brampton. In our little Victorian house, we will burn from about October through to about April. And we will use anywhere between 12 to 13 cubic metre of firewood. One tree will produce about 0.8 of a cubic metre, and that includes everything from the trunk right down to the branches. So I'll cut right down to sort of 3-inch diameter. So in order for us to get our 12 cubic metres of firewood, we're going to need 14 to 15 trees. And those trees are around about 12 to 14 inches diameter at the base. Now this is where it could get a little bit vague, because it depends how long it takes to get a tree to grow 12 to 14 inches. Now in this woodland, this was a plantation, and it's taken around about 20 years to get to that diameter of tree on average. If we're going to fell 15 trees a year, and it's going to take 20 years for more trees to grow to be able to get another 15 trees to replace those 15 trees, because we're talking about self-sufficiency here, we need to multiply 20 years by 15, which equals, if your maths is very good, 2 15s equals 300 trees. So in 20 years you would have felled 300 trees to be firewood self-sufficient over those 20-year period. Just to be clear, it means you have to either let things self-set and regrow, or you have to replant what you felled. Otherwise you will end up with a barren wasteland and no trees at all eventually. Okay, so we've got our 300 trees, but how big of a woodland do you need to get 300 trees and to be truly self-sufficient? How big an area of land? Well, to give you an idea, this was plantation woodland, and they planted on average 1,000 trees per acre. So that means, if you do your maths here, you're going to need about 1/3 of an acre of woodland to be truly self-sufficient in firewood. that's basing it on the fact that they would have a stocking density of 1,000 trees an acre, which on average is a tree every 1.8 metres ish to 2 metres. A little bit like what you see there is every 2 metres or so you've got a tree, 2 metre rows, every 2 metres a tree is planted, and depending on whether you're thin or clear fell or coppice, doesn't really matter, but you've got to restock the trees that have gone, otherwise you're going to need more than 1/3 of an acre. I don't know about you, but I was actually quite surprised on how small an area you need to be self-sufficient in firewood. I was thinking it'd be a lot more than that. Of course, there is a lot of variables with all this. It depends on whether you heat just a small house like us, or whether you've got some great mansion that you look after, or whether you've got multiple log burners, or whether you heat your own hot water as well. All those factors have to take into consideration, but as long as you know roughly what cubic metres of firewood you use in a year, then you can roughly work out, based on almost 1 tree is a cubic metre of firewood, you then know how many trees you've got to fell every year. And I use hardwood and softwood, so we use ash, cherry, birch, oak, pine, larch, and a bit of willow now and again, a bit of all that. I like a good mix of firewood. And to give you an idea, we have our log burner on nearly all day during the winter. Karen spends time at home. If you're only burning in the evening and you've got supplementary heating, then you may get away with sort of 5 or 6 cubic metres. So there you go. That's my rough calculations for what it takes to be firewood self-sufficient. So thanks for watching. If you're able to, why not try to do your best to be firewood self-sufficient as you look after the woodlands near you, and I'll see you on the next one.